What's up everyone, welcome back to Key2 Blogging, and today in this video I'm going to show you how you can set up Perfmatters in your WordPress website. So Perfmatters is a performance plugin for WordPress, like you have Lightspeed Cache, WP Rocket. Similarly, we have the Perfmatters plugin. So this is a premium plugin and you can see the pricing of this plugin here. So it will cost you $29 per year and you can get unlimited sites at $124. So let's check how you can set up the Perfmatters, what are the features that are present on this plugin and how it can improve your page speed. So let's get started. And before we start the video, if you found this type of content helpful, make sure to hit the like button. So first of all, let me copy the URL of my website and let me run a page speed test here. So in mobile, we are getting 64 and in desktop, we are getting 89 score. And you can see the error, render blocking resources. You will see a lot of CSS files, and then you have efficient cache lifetime, and then you have force reflow, LCP background, and you have reduced unused JavaScript. So let's check how you can fix these issues using the Perfmatters plugin. So for this, let me log into WordPress dashboard and just go to plugins. You can see the plugins I am using on this website. So currently there are 28 active plugins. We have custom fonts, comments, fluent forms. We have gTranslate, independent analytics, and then you have cadence blocks, Nextdoor social login, Preloading, rank math, and then we have reach, showcase for Google reviews, scriptless social sharing. So you can see a lot of plugins using on this website. So using the Perfmatters plugin, we can control different settings. We can control the JavaScript loading, CSS loading, fonts loading on our website. So let's click on add plugin. So I will include the plugin link in the description just to download the Perfmatters plugin. So this is a premium plugin. You will not get a free version of this plugin. So let me upload the plugin. Alright, the plugin is installed. So you can see Perfmatters. You can directly go to the settings, or you can just go to settings and you will see the Perfmatter option. Just click on that. Now this is the dashboard of Perfmatters, where you can control different settings of your website and improve your performance. So you can see we have general settings, and then we have JavaScript, CSS, and then preloading, Lazyloading, fonts, CDN, analytics, and code. So let's check one by one. So first one is the disable emojis. So by default, WordPress load a emoji script on the website. We can disable it. So it will use the system emoji, and this is the dash icon. So these are the icons used. So all these icons you can see on the backend, these are dash icons. So we don't need dash icon in the front end. So we can simply disable that. And you can also disable embeds. So you can see there is a question mark here, and you can see a detailed article about the settings. So if you have doubt about the settings, you can read that article, how it prevent different type of script. As you can see, if you disable the embed min.js file, then it will prevent the embed JavaScript and filtering, or embed results and embed auto discovery. So it will disable all these settings on your WordPress website. So you can click on any of the question mark and see what the settings does. Then we have XML RPC. So we don't need that. We can remove the jQuery migrate. Just follow the settings that I am doing here. Then you have hide WP version, RST links. So all these links are not needed. And if you want to disable RSS on your website, then you can enable it. Otherwise you can keep it disabled. And then you have remove RSS feed links, self ping back. And if you are using REST APIs, then you can enable it. So I keep it as default. Next, you can disable Google Maps. So if you are not embedding any Google Maps on your website, you can simply disable it. And you can also exclude a particular page. If you want to add Google Maps to a particular page, then you can add the post ID here. Now you can disable password strength meter. Next, we can disable the comments and add blank favicon, remove global styles. And then we have block style behavior. Let's keep it as default. Now we have disable heartbeat. Let's keep it only allow when editing posts and pages. And then you can set the heartbeat frequency to 60 seconds. Then we have limit post revisions. Let's keep it to 20. So whenever you edit post or page, it store the all the changes on your WordPress site. So storing a lot of revisions can slow down your server and increase the server space. That's why I recommend that you should limit the post revisions to 20 or 30. And then you can set the auto save interval. Let's keep it as 2 minutes. Now let's hit save changes. Now you can hide the backend of your website using the custom login feature. So whenever you log into your website, you will type the homepage URL /wp-admin. Instead of that, you can add a custom page and log into your website securely. So this is the security features. So it will also improve the performance because a lot of bots coming to your website and try to log into your admin panel. So in this way they can slow down your server. So this is a performance improvement. So make sure to hide the login URL of your website. Next, let's go to JavaScript. So you can enable div for JavaScript and include all the inline script. Make sure to enable this option and test everything is working perfectly fine on your front end. If everything is fine, then you can keep these settings on. So everything is working fine. So let's go to delay JavaScript. So this is a important settings. So here you can delay specified script, like you can add the script name here and you can delay that JavaScript, or you can delay all the JavaScript on your website. So if you enable this option, then you may encounter several errors on your website. So you can exclude some of the plugins, like you can exclude the fluent forms, cadence blocks. So it will list out all the plugins where conflict may occur, and you can exclude those plugins from JavaScript delay, and then you can exclude your menu as well. Now you can set a delay timeout as well, and you can enable Minify JavaScript. Let's hit save changes. So make sure to test out different settings on your website. So this may vary depending upon your website. If you are using e-commerce, then you should not enable delay all script. Instead, you can delay specified script so that it will not broke your website. Next, let's check the CSS settings. So you can enable remove unused CSS. So it will remove all the unused CSS on your website. You can use the CSS method to file, and let's enable the Minify CSS option and hit save changes. Now you can manually exclude some of the CSS files here. So you can exclude the style sheet and exclude some selectors. So you will do that later. Next, go to preloading. So here you can preload your critical images. So you can preload 1 or 2 images at the top. So let's keep it 1 as default. Next, you have preload option. So you can preload fonts or images, script, style sheet. Just enter the URL of the style sheet, JavaScript or fonts, and you can preload that on your website. Then you have the fetch priority option. So if you want to prioritize a image before any other image, then you can add the URLs, or you can add the class of that image here, and it will prioritize whether you want to set the priority to high or low. You can set that as well. So these are advanced options, we don't need that much. And then you have the speculative loading. Let's set it to pre-render and it will do the job for you. And then you have pre-connect option. So you can add different URLs. So if you are using different external resources, then you can add that URLs in the DNS prefetch, so that it will not take much time on DNS resolutions. Let's suppose you are using AdSense, or if you are using custom font, Google fonts, then you can add those URLs here in the DNS prefetch sections. You can add analytics as well here in this place. Next, go to lazy loading. So you can lazy load images on your website. Let's enable that, and we can exclude 1 or 2 images from the top section. So if you are using a logo image, then you can exclude that, and you can exclude a top image. So in that case, you can set 2 images to exclude from the lazy loading. You can also enable iframe lazy loading, and you can add a YouTube preview thumbnail image. Let's enable DOM monitoring, and let's enable fade in and hit save changes. And you can also enable the add missing image dimension options, but this may cause some issues on few websites. So make sure to enable this option and check whether the images are loading properly on your website, and if everything is okay, then you can keep it on. Otherwise you can disable these settings. Next, you can load your Google Fonts from your local server, and you can enable display swap as well. And let's hit save changes. And if you want to disable Google font completely, you can enable this option. So for now, let's hit save changes, and then you have CDN. So you can connect your CDN here. So you can add your CDN URL and it will connect CDN for you. And then you have analytics option. So if you want to add local analytics, you can enable this option, and you can add your Google Analytics tracking code here, and you can set the tracking position to footer, and you can set the script type, whether you want to set it as default or minimal. So if you enable minimal, then it will improve the performance, but it will not collect a lot data compared to the default one. So it makes you to choose according to your preference. And you can also track logged in users or not, and you can enable monster insight tracking as well. So let's keep it save changes. Now we have code manager. So earlier we have only the global script where you can add use script in the header section, footer sections, but now they have added snippet options. Like we have WP code, just click on new snippet and you can create a new snippet here. You can add your script, you can add PHP script, JavaScript, CSS, HTML, and you can add different conditions, whether you want to load it on all pages, front page, home page, or post pages. So you can select individually, add different conditions. You can select users, whether you want to display or load it for logged in users or logged out users. So you have all the controls. So this will also replace your code manager plugin. You don't need any code manager plugin, so that's good. Then we have the tool sections, like this is an advanced option, that is the script manager, and you can enable some advanced option as well. So let's hit save changes. Now let's go to the front end. Now if you click on Perfmatters, you can see a script manager. Just click on that, and this is an advanced settings. So you can see all the script that is loaded on your website. So this is the copy and delete post plugin. We have Gtranslate. So suppose you are not using Gtranslate on the home page, then you can disable it, and you can disable it from the current URL, that is the home page, or you can disable it from your pages. So in this way we can particularly load any plugin for particular pages. So let's enable it for now, and let's scroll down and you can see all the plugins. So you can individually disable the JavaScript or CSS of a plugin. Suppose you are not using table on the home page, then you can disable it, and let's keep it as current URLs, so it will be disabled from the home page. So in this way you can improve the performance. And we have WordPress security, cadence, and you can see the dash icon, jQuery, and all these settings. So this is an advanced option, so make sure to test the website before disabling anything on your website. Next, you can see all the settings that you have done here, like table press is disabled on the current, that is the home page. So you can see the settings as well. So I don't think you should enable or disable anything here. Let's go back to home page. Now let's check everything is working fine or not. So let's go to about page, and everything is loading fine. Let's go to a different page, testimonials, and it's loading fine. Let's go to services pages. Let's switch to mobile view, and let's click on mobile menu, and it is working fine, and translate button is working fine. Let's go to home page, and everything is working fine. So let's suppose you want to disable the translate widget on the home page only. You can just go to Perfmatters, go to script managers, and search for that plugin, disable it, and set the URL, whether you want to disable it on the current page. Hit save changes. Let's go back, refresh this page, and as you can see, it is now removed from the home page. So in this way you can particularly load a JavaScript file or CSS files, and if you want to preload some CSS file, important CSS file or JavaScript file, then you can preload that. Let's go to script manager, and here you can find the JavaScript for that plugin. So let's suppose I want to exclude this JavaScript file from delay. Then all I have to do is just copy this, and let's go back, and let's go to Perfmatters, Let's go to JavaScript, and I can exclude these from delay. Let's paste it. I can keep it only this URL. So this JavaScript will be excluded from lazy loading or the JavaScript delay. So in this way you can fine tune your websites and fix different type of errors. So if some plugin has errored once you set up the delay JavaScript, then you can exclude that JavaScript URL here and it will be excluded. So this is pretty simple, straightforward. So you can easily improve the performance using the Perfmatters. So let me know if you face any issues, and if you found this type of content helpful, then don't forget to hit the like button. So let's check the website speed now. Let's open it in a new tab. Let's copy the URL and let's enter the URL and hit analyze, and let's check if the performance improved or not. And as you can see, now the performance is improved to 90. So earlier we have 64 performance, now it is improved to 90. So this is how you can use Perfmatters plugin to improve your performance, and you can further improve the performance using the Perfmatters plugin. You have the script manager to manually disable plugins on different pages, and you have different JavaScript rules. You can delay JavaScript and you can exclude all these rules. And then you have the preloading options, so you can enable Cloudflare early hint. You can early hint fonts, images, scripts, style sheets, and all these settings. And then you have fetch priority options. So these are some advanced options that you need to set for better performance in website. So I explain all the basic settings of Perfmatters, and if you want a higher speed and if you want to load the website faster, then you can also contact me. I can help you improve your website performance at affordable rates. And if you want to use Perfmatters plugin, and I will include the download link in the description, just go to the website and get the Perfmatters for yourself. And if you found this type of content helpful, make sure to hit the like button. Thank you.